about this channeling. Also, minds connected to one another. What do you call it? Clairvoyance. And also, there's a certain thing. I was in a psychiatric unit, and I started smelling urine. But I'm like, I went to the bathroom some time ago, and I didn't. I cleaned myself up, like, and then a couple seconds later, I didn't smell urine again. And I asked this person in there, there is a mental contact. I experienced this. I just wanted, to get a clarification. He agreed with me. He said it's true. It's a different form of sense, a form of a sense of smell. And these people, like, they're putting it on you, like they're form of, not possession, but I think it's something like that. Is that I didn't ask to smell urine. Someone was connecting with me, and they wanted me to smell urine. You know, so that's a different kind of uh, a sense that people put on other people. And there's also the sense of sound. Like this person said, his mother and father, they heard the same voice in like their dining room or living room, and then he was labeled schizophrenic, and he's like, that's impossible. We all heard the same voice. How can any of us be schizophrenic? When schizophrenia is a mental disease, and it's like your subconscious or like your conscious being disturbed, and it's thoughts or sounds you heard, thoughts from the past, repeating in your mind. It's a disturbed mind. It's an illness. This was a supernatural phenomenon going around, especially me smelling urine. And it's like, I'm not gonna tell it to the doctor. I mean, he just, he's like, I don't know if they're gonna just certify him schizophrenic. Like, is they gonna make up a new illness for that? It's very reckless for me to talk about that into like psychologists or not psychiatrists. Psychologists in there. I would be honest with them about that. But also about channeling. Like, I don't want to connect with other people's minds. I'm talking right now, and like a video prior, I deleted. It's like I watched it, I was laughing hysterically about these thoughts about making a character. Or there's probably this guy Tom Luz, and I'll be restricted not as Luz, but I'll be rapping, very constricted like, I believe. But it's probably somebody else's idea, and I just come out of nowhere in a psychiatric unit. I had these thoughts in my mind, and it was like the Wayans Brothers movie. It was just crazy and wacky and stuff like that. And it was other people's mentality, like their thoughts, how they see things. And I was just laughing at it. But it was bizarre. They started laughing as well because that's how they think, I believe. But just like I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask to tap in their minds. It's like they tapped in my minds. Maybe we can't control it or something like that. I don't even know. A lot of people don't talk about that. But the one person told me like, no, they're actually trying to steal your soul from you. Right? And I know these two people definitely were, especially one person. So whatever he was going through, I was seeing what he was thinking, or how he really was. Maybe sometimes in the past he was thinking about, and it resonated. The whole vision resonated in my mind. And it is a violation of privacy to get in somebody's mind, if you think about it. But also, like, there was things I didn't want to know about his life. A lot of stuff, I mean, all of them, I laughed at it. It was just like, it was just comical stuff. I couldn't stop laughing. You know? But it is really an intrusion on the human spirit, on the human mentality. And a lot of people violate that. They harass people with their own words in their mind. They harass people with thoughts and words, and it's like it gets really congested in my mind. People just want to like rage at me sometimes, and they talk to me for like things that don't even matter. Like, let me see you naked in the shower. Like, listen, chick, I don't want to know you. It's creepy and disturbing. It's not like someone calls you, let me see you naked. How'd you get my cell phone number? You say something, or you this and the other thing. You record and put it on YouTube, or you block them. Like, these people, I don't know how to block. I'm not schizophrenic. I'm not bipolar. I don't have a bipolar disorder. It really is a lot of environmental things that happen in my life, and coping skills, or I laugh it off and I get sad because I think about something else. I don't act manicky. The only time I act kind of manic when I have too much coffee, I haven't eaten anything. I'm actually neurotic, and I have that from caffeine. And when I get angry as a result of either parents over there hurting my cat, making her suffer before her death, being sad, depressed, and angry. That's not a bipolar or psychiatric breakdown. But other people get in your mind and they trigger me with anger. The last time I went to psychiatric unit, I got angry because I was on Facebook and this guy I went to high school, Michael Zubowitz, he took his own life. And I was going through his Facebook, and there was a couple of months prior to that, actually a year actually. He actually said, "Oh, imagine people from like when you were 7 years old, and all of a sudden they don't care about you. You find out how they really are." And so people started coming. When you talk about, it was just a party. Let it go. So he must have made fun of, or people let him down, his close friends. And a year later, he was thinking. I guess he was thinking about his father's death because his father passed away, and he took his own life. And it was like, and he had a lot of friends on Facebook for St. Mary's, but no one from St. Mary's left him a comment. Like a couple of weeks or a month before he died, he left 2 links to a site that was closed, and that was like the last things that he left on Facebook. And I went through his obituary, and like no one from St. Mary's, ever contact. I didn't even know he died. I don't remember. Maybe I was in a bad place, you know. Maybe we were all in a bad place. But that night when I was researching, I was like, should I make a video about that? And I was just trying to study what the guy ever said, and like did he hurt his feelings? Something. Maybe he didn't care about the guy. He just he had no one in his life. He took his own life. I felt sorrow, but it's like, man, it's like we weren't that close either. But it's like it's like all these people. It's like on social media, they don't relate to you. You have gone through something and they leave you alone. He said everyone has their own problems, or I could just like the fact that you suffer. And that night, I came back and I was thinking about that, and all of a sudden I said, "Just watch." And I was like, "Why did I say that?" And went outside. I got a second. It was the time I got a second six pack. So I drank a six pack and I drank 1 or 2 beers, I believe. There's 3 or 4 I didn't drink, I believe, or maybe I drank them all because I came back and the beers are gone. But I remember went outside and I started raging for like 20 minutes. Like these people in the condominium, it's like I didn't even know I was angry at them. Something happened 2 years ago, and I was even angry at them nonetheless. But some people let me know people behind you live there, and they're from St. Mary's, and there's mentality contact. So I don't know if it's true or not. I don't have proof. I don't even know why I was angry or raging and stuff like that. I just told everyone get the fuck up, come over the house and stuff. Call me this, call me CFAGOT if you want to, because I read people's mind. People drove past and they started calling me that. How am I cracking the FAGOT, man? The anger, it's like, I don't even want to be angry like that. And some Polish females, they relate this mental message. As soon as I do that, it's like, see, that's what we want you to be like. That's what we want you to do. It's like, what? Rage at black people? Like, why would I want to do it? I'm not a racist bigot. And then that's the reason why I went to the psychiatric last time. Because Mother Mario had called either Trinitas or 911. And I got here, I called 911 because I said she was calling. And I was like, I'm calling because she's calling the cops on me. I don't know, she would go there. And then 911 person said, stay calm, they'll be right there for you. But underneath it all, it just, this mental contact becomes a stressor. It becomes a stressor. Like, I can't focus, I can't even eat properly because someone, chimes in my mind and starts communicating with me, or like thoughts and this, and it's just like, fuck, I'm just trying to eat. Now, I was trying to think of etymology, how we have idioms or terms or phrases, or the word dirt. Traditionally in States or England, where the word came from, there was a lot of dirt, and you got dirty, you got dirt on yourself, so you were dirty. If I get dirty do I get dirty from ash? It's not really dirty, but I know you mean dirty, filthy. In Polish, would be brudne, which would be filth. But, there was dirt in Poland. How do you say dirt in Poland? No, I don't want anyone to like mentally message me. Błoto, it wouldn't make sense. Like in Polish, the Polish language, there is a descendant of that word, if you will. In English there is. And I was trying to figure out the etymology and history, how words come in, and some person chimed into me about the Tower of Babel in a religious sense. It's like, I get it as probably it's an allegory or a fable, or a metaphor, if you will, for how things came about between God and I just want to get into that. Not right now. I'm trying to think, and people just disrupt me, and I stop being angry. And it's like the happiest I felt for trying to figure out, I got the total opposite. I got so much freaking anger. And that person, because I'm Sarah or C7 or something. I don't want to talk to you. And it's just like, so why can't I have a fucking free thought then? And it's abusive because you're schizo. His mentality to me. Like, bro, you fucking lie in my mind. But you won't lie in person. Trust me. If I ask you some questions, you'll get caught. And in reality, if such a thing exists, it's a form of telepathy. I mean, that's telepathy. You're thinking about me and you're relaying mental messages to me. That's what that is. You know? Well, you like to call it clairvoyance, this, that, and I, you just don't even admit to it. But in your own mind, you do, right? But the person you want to talk about, you'll dismiss it. You call me schizo, right? So in your mind, you're really that strong, you're really honest. And some of you are actually lying in your minds to me. And I catch you lying and you feel bad and sad. I mean, not bad and sad, just weak words, but you feel frustrated and angry, and you'll feel hurt in some way. So why connect to me and try to lie to me? It's just pointless. It's freaking pointless. Yeah, I'm probably gonna finish eating today. And now, really feeling sorry for myself. Just imagine you being angry with someone mentally, harassing you and stuff like that. Or with some stuff that I don't want to communicate with. You're a mental stalker, you people are, man. Yeah, I already figured out. There's no point in my YouTube channel unless I make just cooking videos and this and that, and not this stuff. You see it differently. You experience it differently than watching my YouTube channel, communicating and using logic and reason and trying to understand something. You actually sense and feel something. Not just me, probably a lot of people, other people. I can understand how some of you could be frustrated. Frustrated not for understanding something and being confused. It's frustrating, especially when you have a mind-to-mind contact when you don't want to. Even in person, it can be frustrating. But I can't understand how you hate somebody for trying to do something that you don't care about. And it's not derogatory, negative, like hurt people, trying to improve their life. That's selfish hatred. A lot of times it'll give you delusions, and you won't have as crisp of a mind. You won't be as self-aware and honest with yourself. That's another problem I have, people, but there's a resolve for that. There's even a resolve for let's just say people that are aggressive, that have problem with violence, to actually resolve their issues instead of just being incarcerated. I mean, the way in the United States, all over the world, incarceration is just done inappropriately. It's not to resolve people's behavior. It's to promote it. It's to promote behavior to be more negative. And it's open information. But it's also open information how to resolve the issue. And it just, and eventually it will be a lot better for the economy, for society. It's not just an investment. There's a lot of people that don't have incentive in that. They really want to destroy the fabric of society, especially United States, where there's the infrastructure, not just the school system and education, even a thing like YouTube. There's so many things that don't work properly. There's so many things on YouTube promoted to confuse you and not find the right information. Even Google search engine is inadequate. It's a form of a disorder in a society that tries to be organized and tries to be adequate and efficient. It's really inefficient, and it is a chaos and a psychological, environmental, financial, economical, spiritual warfare. There is a resolution to someone who's delusional. You have to address the person, like what their delusions are, and also go backwards and see why are they so hateful or demeaning. I went into a time I was delusional about something horrible happened to me. It was a traumatic experience. And I had these fantasy delusions about something, and it wasn't even true. Eventually, I overcame that, and it got resolved. Was I embarrassed by it? Yeah, but you know what? I'm secure about it now. I'm open to talk about it. You know, I met people in the psychiatric that were delusional, and like I can't stand one guy because he was harassing me. The other guy I couldn't stand a little bit less. But then eventually he started to change a little. He started like saying the word poetry, he's gonna write poetry. He started writing actually songs. It's just that he was a little bit delusional about a female that didn't give him attention. And eventually, I said something. He started thinking like he got he started thinking. I saw it on his face that he got not shocked, but he's like, oh, I was wrong or something like that. So I think I appealed to him. He wasn't faking it, you know. But I think he deserves to know the truth in a peaceful manner. He really does. But if you don't communicate like that, and you threaten someone with pills or violence, or even if you ridicule them, I don't think it's gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's gonna shame him. It's gonna embarrass him. He's gonna be hateful, resentful. So there's even a resolution to someone that may be labeled bipolar or schizophrenic, which a lot of times people are just they're misdiagnosed. They're really not. Maybe they have anger issues, or maybe people put them in the hospitals for greedy financial reasons, greedy reasons, also to promote inadequate health inside, including me. But there's people that want to resolve their issues, dilemmas, and have a peaceful life, and there's people that don't care about it, and I just don't know who to talk to about that. But I think a lot of conflicts as far as your conscious or your behavioral disorder, if you think it's a disorder and you want to confront it, it can be resolved. It can. If you had a traumatic experience, or even you became very bitter or resentful to something, I think you can overcome that. I just it takes a lot of counseling and talking, and sometimes it doesn't have to be a psychologist, because those people they got a degree, but who knows what their intentions are? Who knows if they really want to help a person? Maybe it's just other people that and it's like they can relate to you, or someone that's just wise and actually been through the same thing, or maybe just understands it and actually wants to resolve it. But chemicals will not help those people. Neither will suppress their mentality. A lot of times I don't know. When I went through that, I was just very saddened. I wasn't depressed. I was sad. I felt like I need a drink, or like I smoked weed back then. It was more than 20 years ago, and I didn't even like weed. I just needed to smoke weed to like suppress me, and I get in a zone of like these moments in my life were awkward and just very loathing like very pathetic. You know. Eventually, I relinquished that. I don't want to touch weed nonetheless. Once in a while I have beer. It's because the stress, and I want to feel jovial again. That's another problem I have. Alcohol, but I want to work it on my own. It's a coping mechanism that I have to develop to fight that. But underneath it all, it's like if you don't talk to anybody, it's not gonna work unless you have strong willpower and you figure out yourself. But a lot of times, I get mentally harassed. I can't even work on the simple things like eating here a bowl of food because someone just mentally harassed me. I'm getting abused mentally. And when you're inside a place and you try to communicate people about that, some people just treat it as a joke, a freaking joke. It's their entertainment. Your emotional, psychological pain. So, even a schizophrenic is entertainment that you are. In fact, you're not. And I got to relinquish the Trinitas. On paper, the one that gave me, they didn't call me schizophrenic anymore. They realized they were wrong. I don't know if they were scared, just they let it go. But it's like some other people find out and trying to arrest people. There's other people that try to instigate, so I couldn't even get it resolved. And it just like people even try to stop me from like letting the bad diagnosis being taken away from my record. I mean, well, how hateful and how hateful are you unless you perpetuate another kind of thing, like you want people to be schizophrenics because you don't want people to know about this mental contact, and you're not gonna stop it. I'm gonna make as many YouTube videos and talk about it, and I don't even want to channel anybody. I really don't. A couple of people I tried to channel. Actually, I wasn't channeling them. I was, but I was mimicking an individual, and I was saying things I didn't even know about. That I'm pretty sure I hit the nail on the head, but I didn't even know how I did that. It's like a sense that I tapped into when I look at the guy on camera. He was on camera, I was on camera, and I started acting like him. It's very like mental freestyling of random thoughts and words that I don't even thought about before. I haven't thought about it. It's not like I repress it and I'm going through that. If someone tapped in my mind, I tapped in theirs. I'm saying things from their life, and I don't even want to do that anymore. I really don't want to. It doesn't give me pleasure. I'd rather imitate somebody. But a lot of times, the people imitate, it was just to laugh at them because they threatened me, and I imitated them. I made YouTube videos, and I call it channeling, but I ridicule the people like that. And I'm starting to think maybe I don't want to do that either. just gonna end this this video at that.